First, let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Henry.
Hi, I'm Cooper.
I'm Solomon. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Nicholas.
Let's talk about our overview of what we're going to cover in this presentation. First, we're going to talk about the importance of the work that we're doing, our SWOT analysis, the CIA triad, our implementation plan, laws and regulations, our budget, and then the future of the company. So first, let's talk about our partner. Our partner is Anissa Daniel, and she is a student at GW who's passionate about healthcare, especially mental health care. She created Healthy Right impressively at 16 years old, and she's been working on it ever since. So now let's get into Healthy Right itself. So it's a nonprofit organization that's based in Washington, D.C. and New Jersey, and it's focused on youth mental health and improving access to that. And it has outreach through many methods, including surveys online and then also in-person events and meetings, among other methods. So,
Cybersecurity within their company is important so that none of their employees or members' personal information is leaked. It is also important so that they can receive donations securely. And lastly, but most importantly, is so that they can continue to spread awareness for youth mental health and keep pushing for more affordable health care.
Now for our SWOT analysis, SWOT meaning strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. For strength, one is that they're a small organization with a leaderboard of 10 people, so you don't have to worry about establishing employment and everything and worrying about who's on the payroll and everything. Their website is powered by Wix, which is a trusted website creator, and their payments are moved to Venmo. Another thing for their weaknesses is all this sensitive information is on a doc and it's not protected by passwords, so it's just shared to a random amount of, not a random, but they're a leaderboard of people and it can be shared with anybody, and they don't have a savings account and only one bank account. For their opportunities, they have room to grow since they're a very small nonprofit. As we said, she made it when she was 16, so it's slowly growing, and it makes it easier for them to have new policies. Now for their threats, they don't really have too many because once again, they're a small nonprofit, so there's no controversial information or anything.
So I'm sure you're all aware of CIA already. We've talked about that before. But again, it's confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So for the confidentiality for Healthy Right, since they're working with mental health care especially, they have a lot of personally identifiable information, PII, and that would be detrimental to be released or compromised in any way for both the people who it belongs to, because it's a breach of their privacy, but also especially for Healthy Right itself, because that would decrease trust in the organization.
The second aspect of the CIA triad is integrity, making sure that all information is accurate and easily accessible.
And for the A in CIA, it means availability, which makes sure that all information is easily accessible by all the employees and that everything is understood and clearly executed.
So during our implementation plan, we've made 10 points. We'll start off with passwords, a VPN, backups, data recovery, removal, IT, consulting, updating, meetings, and savings.
Our first point in our implementation plan is a password policy. Our password policy will require all employees to have secure passwords throughout the company, and which will eliminate some vulnerabilities regarding passwords. And we also included a LastPass premium subscription so that all employees have a safe place to secure their passwords. Our second point is NordVPN subscription. This will allow all employees to work on a secure internet connection since they all do work from home.
Our next 2 points are physical backups and then disaster recovery. So starting with physical backups, we would purchase a 2 terabyte hard drive to be backed up with information from the company, specifically their passwords and then their survey data from the surveys that they do on their website. And that's what primarily compromises their data. And then leading into that, if there were to be any sort of breach or anything, the disaster recovery needs to have that information in case of that they can re-upload and use that. And then also on top of that, they would also be required to notify any of their members if any data has been breached or if that's been released or compromised in any way, to inform them of any knowledge that they currently have about that breach and any actions that are being taken.
For our next 2 points, we have our PayPal link. Like I said earlier, they had a PayPal link on their website for their donations, but they moved it to Venmo because PayPal is known for having a lot of cyber attacks. And then for IT, we're thinking that they should hire an IT volunteer intern, so there's someone to manage the cybersecurity and the passwords.
Our 7th and 8th points are cybersecurity consultants and computer updates. So we want to make sure that somebody is around to consult them, since we will be there constantly checking in on them. So we're planning to have a triennial cybersecurity consultant, which means every 3 years someone come in and make sure they're up to date. Computer updates are also imperative to cybersecurity, as making sure that your software is updated so no breaches can happen is important to a business. Now, there is a slight risk with the fact that those computer updates can have bugs in them, but we're going to disregard that.
Our last 2 points is on the annual meetings. We believe that the company should have at least one meeting every year to discuss the updating threats and security issues that could be plaguing the company. Moreover, a savings account. This is more about just financial literacy, where they need a checking and savings account, so that way that one account, especially if their checking account is compromised, they have a savings account which keeps them updated and has a background for backup for a rainy day fund, just in case something happens to the savings. Moreover, the laws are strict regulations. We believe that we're not breaking laws to look into it. Most of our laws and policies are just policies, which is all in the law. Moreover, it's just approving hardware, which is buying something that's not illegal as long as we pay taxes. And moreover, hiring a professional will keep us within the United States legal system.
So because Healthy Right is a very small company, we were only allocated $500 for a budget. Because the business is super small and cybersecurity isn't the main focus, it's not prone to many attacks, we decided to use this small budget and only a small portion of it. So in total, our year 1 cost will be $153.88, but most of that money is going to the 2 terabyte hard drive. So that will half into around $89.98. We can use that surplus money, of which we have $342, to use for our triennial consultation that we plan to do.
More over the future of the company. First, with the incident response. Well, they'll have a physical hard drive, which will allow them to go back. We're planning for them to have 3 months of a physical hard drive, be updated every first work date every month. That way they have 3 months to go back to, and they can always scan those backups just to see if those are compromised. And we'll go to the most recent uncompromised version. Moreover, we will use the Wix and Venmo. Venmo will keep your money safe, and moreover, the Wix will has digital backup for backup everything. To continue the disaster recovery, we will shut down the website for as minimal time as possible. We will transfer all the funds as quickly as possible to the savings account, which will have a policy that 3 people need to sign on before any money gets used in that account. Finally, we will notify clients, and then we'll change all our passwords and keep the most and back up to the most recent update. And then finally, with the business continuity, we will keep the emails, we'll email everyone to make sure they know that their data is compromised. And we'll scan an anti-malware system to make sure that they know that we are keeping everyone's information safe. Moreover, that's the backups. Finally, we're going to restart the system as soon as we know everything's safe.
So here are our sources. The majority of our plan was just formulated by policies that we made up ourselves. So all of our sources are just links to where we got our information for the budget plan. Thank you.